Okay, and let's start on our back. We've been starting seated for a while, so let's have a comfortable position on our back to start. And I hope I don't come into any coughing fits while laying on my back. So you can butterfly your knees out. You can extend your legs out long. Any comfortable comfortable spot on your back. You can rest your hands by your hips. You can bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, anything that's comfortable for you. As you lay here, maybe setting an intention for class, focusing on your breath. Belly rise on your inhales, belly falls on your exhales. Deep breaths. Continuing with that breath, on your next full exhale, let it all go. Breathing in through your nose, full inhale, belly rise. When you get to the top, seal your lips, and then breathing in and out through your nose. Creating heat within your body using just your breath. One more full inhale and exhale out through your nose. Resume normal breathing and then draw your knees to the ceiling, plant your feet on the floor. Rest your hands by your hips, glute bridge lift and lower. Draw your elbows wide, upper body crunch and lower. Slow and steady, reach your hands back by your hips. 2 more rounds, glute bridge lift and lower, elbows wide, upper body crunch. Gently release down. 1 more round, bridge, lift and lower, crunch and lower. Gently draw your knees in towards your chest, curl yourself into a tight ball, and then resting your head, neck, and shoulders on the floor. You can roll side to side. From here, crossing your ankles, rock and roll yourself a few times along your spine. On the last one, we're going to rock up and find a tabletop for a few cat and cows. Wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, tuck your toes, hammock your belly, lift your gaze. Deep inhale. On your exhale, untuck your toes, press the floor away. Inhale, tuck your toes, hammock your belly. Exhale, let it all go. 1 more full cat and cow with your breath. Maybe moving side to side. It was inevitable, you guys. From here, tuck your toes. Walk your hands a palm print forward. And then lift your hips, coming to our first downward facing dog. Gently pedal up the heels, walking your dog, bending and extending, 1 foot at a time. From here, rock forward, stack your shoulders over your wrists. High plank, option to lower the knees. We're going to lower down slow and steady. Release your chest, untuck your toes, wrists under your shoulders, press up, mini cobra. Release back down. 1 more time, inhale, press up. Maybe release your palms. Maybe lift your toes. Lower your toes, lower your palms. Release back down. Walk your hands to your lower rib cage. Inhale, press up, full cobra. Look over your left shoulder. Come back through center. Look over your right shoulder. Come back through center. Tuck your toes, come through tabletop or directly a downward facing dog. Gently pedal it out. Deep bend in both your knees. Walk your feet towards your wrists, coming into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows and just sway side to side, coming into your ragdoll. Holding here, letting your neck hang nice and loose. Still holding. Gently release your hands down towards the floor. Reach your right hand down, reach your left arm up. Holding here and breathing. Gently release your hands, switching sides. Holding here and breathing. And then come back, just releasing both hands down towards the floor. From here, reach your hands towards your hips. With a long spine, roll all the way up. Head is last to rise. Sweep both arms up. Sink your hips, find your chair, pulse it for 3. Weights in your heels for 2. Last one, hold it low, sweep your left arm back. And forward, sweep your right arm back. And forward, one more time each side. Left side. And right side. Inhale, rise up, left knee drives up. Flex through your left foot. Inhale, sweep your left leg back. Draw your hands to the floor. Supported warrior 3. Lower your left foot. Inhale, rise up. Find your high crescent. Holding here and breathing. Exhale, sweep your hands back. From here, sweep your arms around in front. Pivot your left toes. Open up warrior 2. Holding here and breathing. Inhale, lift, big star. From here, we're going to bend into the left knee. Flex through your right foot. Floating Skadasana, reach your right hand towards your right toes. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Holding here and breathing, bend into that left knee. Inhale, rise up, find your warrior 1 to the front of your mat. Sealing your back left foot. Stay here, release your right hand to your left thigh. Reach your left arm up, gaze can be forward. Gaze can be up. Exhale, pivot your left toes. Carve your left hand down, reach your right arm up. High lunge with a twist. Circle out your right ankle, your wrist. Circle out your shoulder, forwards and backwards. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, throw it under and through the left side body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. One more time, inhale, reach, and gently release your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Gently release your left knee. From here, press your hips forward. Rock your hips back. One more time, press your right knee forward. And then toe heel your right foot to the outer edge of your right mat. Toes turn to about 2 o'clock. You can tuck your left toes or leave them untucked. Using your blocks, you can come down a little bit lower, finding your lizard pose on this side, opening up the right hip. Holding here and breathing. Gently set your blocks off to the side. Plant your hands under your shoulders, tuck your left toes. Inhale, sweep your right leg up. Exhale, lower down. Find your chaturanga. Full inhale. Coming back to your downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels. Bend and extend. One knee or both knees. Keep a deep bend in both your knees. Walk your feet towards your wrists. Coming back to that forward fold. Half lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Coming back into your ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows. Let your neck hang nice and loose. So nothing is restrained here, just letting it all go. Feeling your lower back stretch. Gently rock back through center. Release your right hand to the floor, reach your left arm up. Option to bend into your right knee. You can gaze down or up. Switching sides, left hand down, right arm up. Bend into that left knee. Gently release your right hand down. Bring your hands to your hips. Soft bend the knees. Roll all the way up with a long spine. Crown of your head point away from your hips. Once you get to the top, sink your hips, reach your arms, weights in your heels. Pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1. Sweep your right arm back. And forward, left side. Option to keep your gaze forward or draw your gaze with your hand for more of a balance challenge. One more time, left side. We're going to rise up, single leg mound, right leg lifts. Flex through your right foot. Find your balance. We're going to kick that right leg straight back. Reach your hands down towards the floor, supported, warrior 3. Once you get there, plant your right foot. Inhale, rise up, high crescent. Find your focus, find your breath. Exhale, sweep your arms back, lightning crescent, hold it here. Pivot your arms around in front. Open up, pivot your right toes. Find your warrior 2. Inhale, lift one big star. We're going to bend into that right knee. Flex your left foot, finding your floating Skadasana. Left hand to your left toes. Right arm towards the ceiling. Cartwheel your right hand down. Bend into that front left knee. Right leg is straight. Right toes at a 45-degree angle. Find your warrior 1. Stay here. You can release your left hand to your lower back or the inside of your right thigh. Gaze can stay forward or up towards the ceiling. Holding here and breathing. Exhale, cartwheel your right hand down to the inside of your left foot. On the floor on a block, sweep your left arm up. Circle out your left wrist. Maybe circle out your shoulder. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, thread it under and through the right side body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Reach and hold. And then plant your left hand to the outside of your left knee. Gently lower your right knee. Straighten your left leg. Press your hips forward. Stay here. Toe heel your left foot to the outer edge of your mat. This time, left toes turn to about 10 o'clock. Wrists can stay under your shoulders. You can keep your right toes tucked or untuck them. You can also come down to the floor or bring your forearms to blocks. Opening up your left hip, lizard lunge on this side. Gently set the blocks off to the side. Plant your hands under your shoulders. Tuck your right toes. Inhale, lift your left leg. Lower down, find your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Gently pedal it out. Alright, we're going to come back. Repeat the same thing on the right side. We'll add on just a little bit. Pedal out the toes. Keep a deep bend in the knees. Walk your feet towards your wrist. Coming to a forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, place your palms under your feet, coming into gorilla. If you're like, I don't want to put my hands under my feet, I gotcha. You can just bring your hands grasping onto your pinky toes. You can grab your ankles and just pull your upper body forward like you're trying to fold your body into a sandwich. Holding here and breathing. Let your neck hang nice and loose. Hands under your palms, holding onto your pinky or your big toe, or just grabbing the outside of your ankles. Reaching for what you can. You can have a bend in the knees, or legs can be straight. Release the bind or your palms from under your feet. From here, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head, neck, and shoulders last to arrive. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders down and back. Sink your hips and find your chair. Pulse it for 3, 2, hold it low, left arm sweeps back, and forward, right arm, and forward. Inhale, rise. Draw your left knee with you, flex through your left foot. Find a tree, plant the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right ankle. I'm just going to turn and face you guys for a second. You can bring it up to your calf. You can bring it up to your thigh. If you don't lose your balance, ground in through your right foot. Any variation here, make sure that left knee is opening up your hip. You can bind your hands behind your back. You can find cow face arms, reaching one arm up, one arm down. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Just come back into it. On your next full exhale, find your single leg mountain. Draw that left knee forward, flex through your left foot. Hinge forward. Kick your left leg straight back. Option to place your hands on the floor or on blocks, or sweep your arms forward. Find your warrior 3. Flex through your left foot. Stay here. Pulse it for 3, 2, and 1. Lower that left foot. Find your focus. Inhale, rise up, high crescent. Give me 1 lunge. Bend your left knee, cactus your elbows. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hinge forward. Sweep your arms back, lightning crescent. Hold the hinge forward as you draw your arms around for like a big circle. Pivot your left toes. Open your left arm up. Warrior 2. Inhale, lift. Big star. Bend into that left knee. Flex through your right foot. Floating Skadasana. Reach your left arm to the ceiling. You can gaze up to your left fingertips. Challenge your balance. You can gaze down towards your right toes. Straighten your left leg and find your triangle. Left arm up, right arm down. Stay here, pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1, hold it low. Bend into that right knee. We're going to find warrior 1. Pivot your left toes, 45. Inhale, warrior 1. Stay here. You can release your right hand to your lower back by your right hip or to the inside of your left thigh. Continue to gaze forward. To deepen that stretch, you can gaze up towards the ceiling. Cartwheel your left hand down. Reach your left arm up. Left hand can be on the inside of your right foot, on the floor, on a block. Circle out your right wrist. Circle out your shoulder. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, sweep it under and through 1 time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Gently lower your left knee. Toe heel your right foot to the outer edge of your mat. Right toes turn to about 2 o'clock. Just slightly opening up that hip. And from here, we're going to press the hips back, single leg split, and then rock it forward. Draw the hips back and forward 1 more time. Hold that right leg straight, single leg split. You can walk your hands further towards the top of the mat. You can walk your hands in closer towards your left knee, using blocks here or just with your hands on the floor. You can stay upright or come down. If you want, you can walk your hands over by your left hip. Gently come back through center. Maybe framing your right foot. Continue to flex through your right foot, releasing your quad. You can stay as high or come down as low as you'd like. Maybe walking your hands over to your right hip. Single leg split with a twist. Walk your hands back through center. Bring your hands out in front. Bend into your right knee. Set your blocks off to the side. Plant your hands under your shoulders. Tuck your left toe. Inhale, sweep your right leg back. Option to lower the foot or keep it lifted. Lower all the way down. Find your chaturanga. Cobra, upward facing dog. We'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Gently pedal it out, bending and extending into your knees. Creating movement here in your downward facing dog. Deep bend in both the knees. Gently walk your feet towards your wrists, back to that forward fold. Inhale, half lift, crown of your head pointing towards the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Find your variation of gorilla. Maybe bringing your palms facing up under your feet. Little massage here for your feet and your hands. You can bind your index finger and your thumb around your big toe, maybe your pinky toe, or just hold on to your ankles. You can create a bend in your knees to reach towards your ankles or your feet. When you're ready, you can try straightening the legs, maybe bending a little bit deeper. Wherever you're at, hold it for one more breath. Full exhale. On your inhale, gently release your hands. From here, with a long spine, hands towards the floor, slowly roll all the way up. Crown of your head is last to rise, shoulders down and back. Sink your hips, reach your arms forward, pulse it for 3. That's 2. Hold it low, sweep the right arm back one time each side, and forward, left side, and forward. This time rise up, right knee drives, flex through your right foot. Hold it here, find your balance, open up your right hip, and then draw the sole of your right foot to the inside of maybe your left foot, ankle, calf. You can bring it up towards your thigh. Holding here and breathing, finding your tree. Really grip the floor with your left foot. Any variation of hands, you can try cow face, one arm up, one arm down. You can bind your hands behind your back, opening up your chest. If you want a little bit more, you can gaze up towards the ceiling. Maybe try closing one eye. Maybe try the other eye. Maybe both eyes. If you lose your balance, it's okay. Come back, reach your arms overhead. If they were in any other position, draw your right knee forward, single leg mountain. We're gonna hinge forward, kick that right leg straight back. You can plant your hands to the floor or to blocks. You can reach your arms forward, finding your warrior 3. Holding here or pulsing for 3. That's 2. And 1, gently bend into that front left knee, plant your right foot, inhale, rise up. Find your high crescent. Give me 1 lunge, bend the right knee, cactus the elbows, arms overhead. Inhale, sweep forward, hinge forward, sweep the arms back, lightning crescent. Draw a big circle, arms come around front. We're gonna pivot the right toes, open up, find your warrior 2. Inhale, lift, big star. Keep that left leg straight, bend into your right knee as you flex your left toes. Reach your left hand down towards your left toes. You can gaze up towards your right fingertips or down towards your left fingertips. Hold that left leg straight, straighten your right leg, reach your left arm down, seal your left toes, right arm towards the ceiling, find your triangle. Stay here, pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1, hold it low. Bend into that front left knee, cartwheel your arms down in front. Pivot your right toes 45 degrees. Find your warrior 1. Option to release your left hand to your lower back, maybe to the inside of your right thigh. Gaze can be forward, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, framing your left foot. Sweep your left arm up, right hand on the inside of your left foot on the floor on a block. Circle out your left wrist, circle out your shoulder, any direction first. Inhale, left arm up, exhale, thread it under and through. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release your left hand to frame your left foot. Gently lower your right knee. From here, toe heel your left foot to the outer edge of your mat. Toes turn to about 10 o'clock, any degree lesser or more. Wrists can be on the floor, on blocks. Draw your hips back, straighten your left leg, press it forward. Just moving here in your lizard lunge. On the next one, hold the hips back, hold that left leg straight. You can keep your arms reaching out front for a deeper stretch. You can also walk your hands in, bring your upper body a little bit higher here. Flex that left foot, maybe rainbow your left heel side to side. With hands on the floor or on blocks, you can walk your hands over towards your right hip. Staying as high or coming down as low as you'd like. Very nice. Gently walk your hands back through center. You can frame your left foot if you'd like. Staying as high or bringing your nose towards your knee. Stay where you're at, or you can walk your hands for a deeper stretch looking over your left shoulder. Gently walk back through center. Set your blocks off to the side, bend into your left knee. Wrists under your shoulders, tuck your right toes. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Lower down, option to hover that left leg. Inhale, high cobra, upward facing dog. And we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Gently pedal it out. All right, from here, inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, lower them over to the left side. Inhale, lift them one more time, lower them over to the right side. Inhale, come back through center. With a deep bend in both of your knees, walk your feet towards your wrist, or you can hump, bringing your feet towards your wrist, coming into a forward fold. Half lift, hands to shins. Exhale, come back to that forward fold. Toe heel your feet to the outer edge of your mat. Heels turned in, toes turned out. From here, bend into your knees, coming into your yogi squat or malasana. You can bring your hands towards your knees. You can also rest your bottom on blocks here. You can stack them, you can just do one. Using your elbows to open up your knees. Any variation here. Hold it for one more breath. Gently plant your hands to the floor, set your blocks off to the side if you use them. Inhale, rise up. Toe heel your feet back under your hips. Half lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Sink your hips, find your chair, pulse it for one. Sweep the left arm back and forward. Right arm and forward. Inhale, left knee rises. From here, we're going to find eagle legs. So slide your left leg down your right. You can tuck your left toes around your right calf if that's in your practice, or you can just hover them. You can also tap your left toes. I'm left and right confused. You can tap your left foot on the floor as well. We're going to sink the hips down, draw the arms down, draw your left arm under the right. Binding your hands, you can grab opposite elbows. You want to try to lean your chest back. Holding here, sink your hips down low. Keeping your knees and elbows in one line. Stay here or add a crunch. Tap your elbows to your knees. Inhale, rise up. Inhale, release your bind. Come back to your single leg mountain. Flex through your left foot. Kick it back. Find your supported warrior three or reach your arms forward. Left leg extends back. Flex through your left foot. Stay here. Pulse it for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your left foot as you bend into your front right knee. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, one lunge, cactus the elbows. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep, lightning crescent. Hinge forward, hold the hinge. Draw your arms around in front. Pivot your left toes, open up. Find your warrior two. Inhale, lift, big star. Bend into your left knee. Flex your right foot. Reach your right hand down. Left arm up. Beautiful. Straighten that left leg. Keep your right arm down, left arm up. Stay here, pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1. Hold it low. Bend into your front right knee. Pivot your left toes to 45. Find your warrior 1. Option to stay here or find your exalted warrior. Cartwheel your left hand down. Right arm up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread it under and through. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Lower your left knee. From here, we're going to lower that right knee to our right wrist, finding our pigeon. You can stay in low lunge if you'd like. You can draw that left leg back, opening up your hip flexors and your outer hips. So in high lunge or, low lunge, or in pigeon, you can rise up. You can walk forward. We're going to hold it for 2 more breaths wherever you're at. Low lunge or pigeon. Set your blocks off to the side. Walk your wrists under your shoulders. Tuck your left toe. Sweep your right leg back and lower down. Find your flow. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Inhale, lift both of your heels. Exhale, lower them over to the left side. Feel that stretch all along the left side body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, this time lower them over to the right side. Come back through center. With a deep bend in both of your knees, walk or hop your feet to your wrist. Coming back to our forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Toe heel your feet to the outer edge of your mat. Toes out, heels in. Bend into your knees. And as you get lower, maybe lifting your chest. You can place blocks under your hips if you'd like. You can reach one arm down, one arm up. And of course, what you do on one side, repeat on the other. Holding here for 1 more breath. Gently plant your hands back to the floor. Inhale, lift your hips. Toe heel your feet back under your hips. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. From here, slowly roll all the way up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Head, neck, and shoulders last to rest. Sink your hips, find your chair, pulse it for 1. Right arm sweeps back. And forward, left arm. And forward, inhale, right knee drives as you rise up. Flex through your right foot. Stay here. Slide your right leg down your left. You can tuck your right foot around your left. Bend into your left knee. We're going to draw the arms down. This time, right arm under left. You can bind your hands. You can grab opposite shoulders. Try to sink your hips down low. That right foot can be hovering, tucked, or on the floor. To open up your shoulders, lift your elbows. Stay here. If you want to add 1 eagle crunch, tap your elbows to your knees. Inhale, rise up. Release your bind. Coming back to single leg mountain. Flex through your right foot. Exhale, hinge forward. Hands to the floor, to blocks, or reach your arms in front for your warrior 3. Right leg presses back. Flex through your right foot. Hold or pulse it for 3, 2, and 1. Bend into your left knee, gently lower your right foot. Inhale, rise up, high crescent. Give me 1 lunge, cactus the elbows. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lightning crescent, hinge forward. Sweep the arms around in front. Pivot your right toes, open up. Warrior 2. Nice. Inhale, lift, big star. Bend into your right knee. Find your floating Skadasana. Left arm down towards your left toes. Right arm reaches up. Straighten your left leg. Seal your left foot. Reach your left arm down, right arm up. Stay or pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1. Hold it low. Sweep your right arm down. Find your warrior 1. Pivot your right toes 45. Deep bend that front left knee. Option to stay here. You can release your left hand to your lower back or your right thigh. Find your exalted warrior. Cartwheel down. Right hand to the inside of your left foot on the floor on a block. Left arm sweeps up. Exhale, sweep it under and through. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release your hand to your outside of your left foot. Release your right knee. Now toe heel your left foot to the outer edge. From here, we're going to release that left knee to our left wrist, finding our pigeon. You can also stay here in low lunge. You can keep your right toes tucked, maybe drawing that right leg back or untuck your toes. You can walk your hands towards your hips, rising up. Or when you're ready, maybe folding forward. Holding for 2 breaths in your low lunge or pigeon. Let it all go on your next exhale. Inhale, walk your hands under your shoulders. Tuck your right toes. Inhale, reach your left leg back. Exhale, lower down. When you get to the bottom, release here. Give me 1 mini cobra, press up. Gently release down. Relax your right leg. Reach your right arm directly off from your right shoulder. Lift your left leg and pivot onto your right hip. Bending your left knee in front or behind your left hip. Opening up your right shoulder and your left hip in broken wing. Gently rock back onto your hips. Both hips pressed in. Walk your right hand in. Press up, mini cobra. Gently release down. Relax your left leg. Extend your left arm directly out from your shoulder. Right arm press in under your right shoulder. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Pivot onto your hips. Bend that right knee in front or behind your left leg. Deepening the stretch in your right hip and your left shoulder. Gently rock back onto your tummy. Walk your left hand under your shoulder. Press up, mini cobra. Exhale, release down. Walk your hands to your lowest rib cage. Inhale, press up, full cobra. Gently gaze over your left shoulder. Come back through center. Over your right. Back through center. Come up. Gaze up towards the ceiling. We're going to tuck our toes. Draw your knees wide. Sink your hips towards your heels. Child's pose just for a breath. Inhale, rock forward. Find your tabletop. Lower your left or right hip. Swing your legs around in front. Grab a block. Place the block between your thighs. We usually bring in our hands. Switch up and bring it between our thighs. You can plant your feet or you can hover your feet. From here, arms forward. We're going to slowly roll back. Think 1 vertebrae at a time. All the way down, head, neck, and shoulders, last to arrive. Plant your feet if they were lifted. From here, reach your hands by your hips, squeezing that block between your legs. Inhale, glute bridge lift, and lower. Draw your elbows wide behind your head. Exhale, crunch, and lower. 2 more, just like how we started. Hands by your hips, squeeze the block. Inhale, lift, and lower. Hands behind your head. Exhale, crunch, and release. 1 more of each side. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, lower your hips, elbows wide, last crunch. Gently release down. With one of your hands, grab that block between your thighs, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, and set that block under your hips. Any height, low, medium, or high, and just allow your hips to melt into that block, into your mat. Gently releasing one leg at a time up towards the ceiling. You can reach your hands toward your toes if you'd like, circling out your ankles, circling out your wrist. Everything moving. All class, I'm so sorry. Supported, legs up the wall. Gently release one or both feet at the same time. Once both feet are grounded, hands by your hips, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. Gently set that block off to the side. Gently lower your hips. Draw your knees into your chest. You can grab the back side of your thighs. You can grab your shins. You can grab opposite elbows, head, neck, and shoulders pressed in towards the floor, and gently rolling from side to side. Allow your knees to fall towards the outer shoulders, continuing to grab the backside of your thighs. You can release your hands to your calves or the outer knife edge of each foot, coming into your happy baby. Stay here. You can roll from side to side. Holding here and breathing. Keeping your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Release your left leg long. Flex through your left foot to draw your left calf closer to the floor. Stay here or hover your left foot and tuck your chin to your chest, hovering your shoulders. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Release your head, neck, and shoulders and left leg towards the floor. Point, flex, circle out your right ankle, wiggle your toes. With your left hand, gently guide your right knee over to the left side of your body. Supine twist on the left side. You can gaze up or over your right shoulder for a deeper stretch. Maybe releasing your right hand. Gently come back through center, keeping your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Draw a few circles with your right knee. And release your right foot to the inside of your left leg, anywhere along your left leg, coming into reclined tree, just like we did standing, but this time we're using the floor as leverage to really open up the hips. Gently plant your right foot on the floor. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Single leg lift and lower. Bend into your left knee. Plant your left foot to meet the right. Draw your knees back in towards your chest. Grabbing your shins, the back side of your thighs, right where we started. You can just roll side to side. And gently rock back through center. Find your happy baby. Bringing your soles of your feet to the ceiling, drawing your knees towards your outer rib cages. And just rolling here or staying side to side. Pressing your lower back in towards the mat. Keeping your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Extend your right leg long. Flex through your right foot and release your left heel in towards your glutes, binding your left hand just along your left thigh, your left shin, just beneath your knee. Stay just where you are, or you can hover your right leg, hover your head, neck, and shoulders. Active stretch here, holding for 3, 2, and 1. Release your head, neck, and shoulders. Release your right leg. With your right hand, gently guide your left knee over to the right side of your body. You can gaze up towards the ceiling and over your left shoulder to deepen that stretch. Maybe reach your left arm long. Gently come back through center. Still with your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Draw a few circles here with your left knee. warming up your hip. And then gently plant your left foot on the inside of your right leg. Coming into reclined tree on this side. Allowing both hips and your left knee to just fall open. Keeping your left knee bent, gently plant your left foot anywhere along the inside of your right leg. Flex through your right foot. Inhale, lift, and lower that right leg one more time. Hip flexor, quad, and calf stretch. And then bend your right knee to meet the left. From here, draw your legs back up towards the ceiling. And then slowly lower your legs. I think the slower the better. Let your feet touch the floor. Allow your heels to touch and toes to fall open. Coming into any comfortable position for your Shavasana. Resume normal breathing. And to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Need awareness back to your breath, back to your body. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Reach your arms high overhead and rolling to the left or right side. Gently propping yourself up with your arms, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Nice and tall. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee. Gently look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift your gaze. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, left hand to right knee. Gently looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you. I wish you all a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your weekend. Namaste. Thank you all so much.